spend a minute talking about art block. I recently came across Baylee Jae's video talking about why she thinks art block does not exist. It really spiked my curiosity, and I watched the video, and there were some things that I agreed with and some things I did not. And Baylee Jae had some really good points in her video. I would like to say straight off the bat that I think Baylee Jae is an awesome artist and she is inspiring to so many people. I am not associated with her anyway, and this is just my independent opinion on the topic of art block, but I just thought I would share my view for anyone that may be interested. The main topic that Baylee Jae covers in her video talking about art block is that art block is commonly used as an excuse to not create when you are uninspired. For example, I think that it's more geared towards what she was saying was more geared towards professional artists, and saying that even if you're not inspired, you have to get the work done because you can't just not work because you don't feel inspired. You've got to do it anyways, and you've got to push through it. And you don't always do stuff that you enjoy doing. And so I think the main part of the video was basically stop using art block as an excuse. And I actually agree with that, because I think that people, including myself at times, have used art block as a reason to not create because you don't want to push yourself past the uninspiration to get to the point of inspiration. You don't want to push yourself past that. You would rather just whine about it. But I'm saying that for me too. I'm not saying that everyone complains and whines when they have an art block, but that I've done that too, and I've used it as a crutch when I don't know what to draw, and I've gone days without drawing because I didn't know what to draw. One of her Baylee Jae's points was also, you really have to just push through it when you're not inspired. And I think this depends on person to person. I don't necessarily agree with this, because for some people it works great to push through that art block when you're stuck, and for some people like myself it actually is counterproductive, where if I try to push myself through an art block, I actually push myself farther into the art block because I get frustrated and I'm unhappy with what I'm creating, and I get upset, and that upsetness causes me to further be uninspired and to probably prolong the time that I feel uninspired. I keep using the term uninspired instead of art block because the whole point of Baylee Jae's video was art block does not exist. And I think that instead of it not just saying it doesn't exist, it's more of a mental state of saying I'm blocked, so I cannot reach this point of inspiration because I feel this obstacle in my way that I can't move past. And so I think it is a very mental thing. And so everyone deals with it differently, and this also applies to other creative aspects. Writers get writer's block when they aren't in the mood to write because you don't always want to write. I know that from experience as well, that I'm just not always in the mood to write, but sometimes I force myself through it anyways. And sometimes, because I'm just a hobby writer, I just don't write because I'm lazy. But that's when I let the writer's block use an excuse to not write because I just don't feel like writing. And so the point I'm trying to get across is I think art block does exist, but I agree that it shouldn't be used as an excuse, and I believe that it is a mental state that people have to work through. And I think it is caused by not necessarily this foreign, abstract idea of I'm uninspired, but I think it is linked to things that are happening in our lives. Because I know that if something I'm stressed out about in my life is going on, I feel very uninspired in my artwork, and I've noticed that connection, that when I'm stressed out about my future, stressed about things I have to get done at work or life and all the stuff that's going on, and I get stressed, I don't want to create. And I think that is linked to art block, as well as if I'm just upset about something. Although, I take that back, being upset and sad has actually inspired me at times, as well as other people in the vent art category type of thing. So sometimes that actually is a bit inspiring, not always in a positive way. But people, I think, need to realize, and this is something I've realized recently, that art block isn't really as abstract as people think, and that it is very closely linked to things that are going on in our lives. So if you feel uninspired in the moment, take a step back. Don't think about why you're not inspired, but think about what's going on in your life that could cause you to feel negative emotion, whether that be frustration, anger, upsetness, stress, like what kind of things are happening in your life right now that are causing that, and that is probably linked to why you're not inspired. I guess part of this is a response to Baylee Jae's video in saying I don't agree that art block does not exist. I believe that it is a mental state that sometimes it is difficult to get out of, and a lot of people don't understand what it is, so they don't understand how to get out of it. And also just kind of trying to put more reality into what art block is, and not just saying, I disagree that it doesn't exist, I believe it exists, but this is why I think it exists, and this is what I think it is, and this is how I get out of it. And so I hope you get something out of this video in me rambling about what I thought about art block, and I hope this was helpful for you in some way. And like I said, this is just sort of my independent opinion on what I think about art block. And Baylee Jae had a lot of great points in her video, and I definitely recommend you checking out her channel. She has a lot of awesome artwork. She does a lot of Copic drawings and things like that, and it's really great. So ooh, a leaf just fell in my face. That scared me. Anyways, I recommend you going over to Baylee Jae's channel and checking her out as well. Also, little side note, by the time you're watching this, I'm an adult. I don't want to think about it. This is sort of like a little time capsule, because right now when I'm making this, I'm 17, but when you're watching this, it'll be the day after my birthday. I don't want to think about that. I am one of those people that am not looking forward to being 18. But anyways, it's the day after my birthday, the day you're watching this. Just thought you might like to know that, and I'll probably be wallowing in sadness about being an adult. Anyways, if you're new here, I post new art videos every single Friday. And again, I hope this video is helpful, and if it was, be sure to give it a like. If you aren't already and you'd like to be sure to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe right there down below. That is all I have for you guys today, so I will see you guys next Friday. Side note, let me know what you guys think about my new intro. I'm really excited about it and thought it would be fun to try and sort of create a new intro. I haven't had one in a while and just kind of ignored it, and thought I would try and make a new one. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. Yeah.